My story didn't start in Madison.
Or in Carson. Not on a podium.
Or on a ranch.
My story started before that. There's certain things that I've gone through that I've enjoyed because they put me in a position where I feel uncomfortable.
One, two, three, four.
I grew up on a cane farm, running around the headlands, entertaining myself, loving every moment that I got with my mum and dad and my sisters. The beauty about living in Queensland, Australia, is you have the best of everything. I think of sunshine, I think of beaches, I think of farmlands, and I think of down-to-earth, very free-spirited people that are constantly challenging themselves, but also playing hard and working hard. I'm not an inside person. I was always outside, embracing the environment that I was in. I was just trying to be adventurous. My mum and dad were 100% supportive of whatever I wanted to do. Every single morning, we would run around the cane headlands and Dad would time me, and then eventually as we started evolving, Dad would get me to swim laps across the river. We would just try and incorporate what we had at the time to have variety within my training as I was growing up. My dad is definitely the one that has shown me and guided me in learning how important it is to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. When I think of hard work, I think of my mum. My mum is not someone that is always in the spotlight. She stands to the side and watches everything play out. She's always been there on the sidelines, cheering me on. She's definitely someone that I aspire to be.
3, come on, 2, 4, 5, last one, up, 6, go, 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 pick it up, smooth as fast, smooth.
Shane is my coach, but he is also my everything.
You'll rest 60 seconds, back into a moderate for 200. Starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
One of the ways that Shane and I would hang out when we first met was when my dad was at work, so Shane would be there on the stopwatch
3,
helping me train.
2, 1, go!
Working with Shane on a regular basis is a lot of fun, but it can also be hard.
Go!
There's days where we're at each other's throats, but it's those particular days that builds us into being a better and stronger team.
So your job is to lower that heart rate and get back into comfortable state.
I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Shane. Shane believes in me more than anybody.
Come on, you're the best in the fucking world for a reason. 2, you're so strong. 3, 4, trust me, T, you got it, girlie, come on.
There's definitely days where I'll go into the gym and I don't want to be there because as I'm writing the workout down on the whiteboard, I'm processing what it is I'm about to endure that is going to be challenging, that's going to hurt, and it's going to be very heavy. I remember one day when Dad and we went scuba diving and you couldn't hear a single thing except for the coral popping underneath the water. I always think back to those moments when times are getting tough in the gym. I'm just trying to find that piece of happiness, that piece of calmness, because I had no care in the world. As I'm growing older, I'm trying to revert back to who I was as a kid because I was relentless in what I did. Nothing was given to me. I had to work for it.
I'm Icelandic. And here, girls aren't afraid to be strong. Iceland has 300,000 people. We're very much a herd country. We come in a pack. We stay together. When someone accomplishes something, it's so close to us. It doesn't seem so distant. It doesn't seem so impossible. If she can do it, so can I. If he can do it, so can I. I'm the most centered and calm when I own my mornings. When I was a kid, I was very competitive, very regimented. I was a perfectionist. My days were structured and the weeks were the same. As I get older, I have more responsibilities. If I think too much about the things that I have going on that day and the training that I have, it causes me a lot of stress and I don't feel like I'm as centered. I don't feel like my breathing is as good. So being able to have those moments that are just for myself, that I just focus on being and being here and being now and breathing, I feel like those always calm me down and just bring me back to reality. I started gymnastics when I was 6, but I was never very good at gymnastics. I was a big gymnast. I was not very coordinated and it did not come naturally to me. I loved the exercising. Every now and then I would just sit there and ask the coach if we could have a conditioning day. And you can see all the other girls around me literally staring me down, shaking their heads. I wanted to do more push-ups than them. I wanted to do more sit-ups. I wanted to do more things in a minute. That's when I realized that I loved the discipline. I loved being there for 4 hours, 6 days a week. The people that I looked up to the most, definitely my grandparents. But I always grew up and I wanted to be exactly like my grandpa. He's very proud and a very, very hard worker. I feel like he's driven my work ethic. I feel excited before a workout, but I also feel nervous. One of the things that I always want to make sure that I do is my best. But I can't be just going as hard as I possibly can because I'm going to fade out real quick. It's more that I'm asking myself, is this a pace that I can keep going at? I'm constantly asking myself those questions as like how you can sustain this, how you can go faster, how you can be recovering, how you're gonna get from this place to the next, how can you start this movement, how can you settle into the movement, is there a place for me to breathe, could I speed up this movement, do we need to recover, like am I redlining, do we need to slow down. My mind's at 1,000,000 miles per hour. I was probably around 20 when I think I realized that I worked very hard on a lot of things, but I wasn't working very, very hard on anything. I think a lot of people can convince themselves that they're working really hard and giving what they have, but I think the magic really starts happening when you give everything that you got. When I'm on a floor and I know that I did my absolute best, I know that I pushed when everything else in my body wanted to stop, I feel proud and I feel happy. I've always been strong. I've always been unafraid to try what I want to do. I want other people to feel that way. You know, whether it's my mom or my sister, my little niece, I want them to feel like they can chase whatever dream they have and be unafraid to do it. There's this saying in Iceland too, like, it's gonna be fine. We don't have that fear of taking leaps. We get more excited and like, you just know that it takes failures and know that it takes hard work.
My favorite parts of the workout are when my lungs are bleeding. When I'm suffering, the one thing that I say to myself is, this is when it counts. Tulsa is not a tourist destination, but for me, Tulsa is a good place that doesn't have any distractions and I can put my head down and work really hard. I think I've just found a really good routine here. I feel like a lot of people look for like motivation, but if you have like a good routine down and you're very disciplined about it, that's all you really need. Hey!
Hey, Brookie! What you doing?
I mainly have girly mugs.
That's all right. Just make the coffee strong.
Hey, I just always love hanging out with my dad. We've always just had a special bond. We could do anything together. I just remember always looking forward to like Saturday and Sunday breakfast because he would go all out. We still try to make breakfast like that, but it's a little bit different now. We claim that they're healthy.
They were. I mean, look what they created.
Yeah. I feel like I pretty much became competitive out of the womb having a twin sister.
Hey, Sid.
He was the smarter twin. He was the faster twin. We were pretty inseparable growing up together. We did softball, dance, cheerleading together. But things got really serious when we started being competitive in gymnastics. I didn't even care how I was doing. All I wanted to do was beat Sydney.
Second place, Brooke Wells, and your bars champion, Sydney Wells. Second place, Brooke Wells.
The gym is about 15 minutes from my house. When I get to the gym, I have a pretty long warm-up, what some people might consider an actual workout. After my warm-up, that's when the intensity picks up. At the start of the workout, music seems super important to me, but by the first round, my competitive side has already come out. I don't even realize if there's music on or not. I feel like a lot of people just go to the gym to move through the motions and get a workout in, but it's much more than that to me. I am thinking and focusing on every single movement, and I don't just do a workout to check it off the list. When I did school and training at the same time, it was like I never got an hour to breathe. I think a lot of people wanted me to not do college because it was just time consuming, and I had kind of already found the career that I was born to do. I never considered dropping out of school. I think just being a CrossFit athlete, you know how hard it is and how much work goes into it, and that you will not be able to do this your entire life. My friends thought that I was literally crazy. It was a lot of saying no to things, but also it was one of the things that I can really thank for my discipline and time management.
Hey, Ricky.
My mom is like the sweetest, most selfless person I've ever met. She joined a gym so that she could learn and understand exactly what I was doing. I remember her telling me that she would pull up to the gym and just sit in the parking lot just because she was so intimidated by it. I think that she really fought those feelings just in order to make me proud. Sydney is more than a best friend. I mean, like, she's literally my other half. Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Wish you were here. Mom just got here.
Seriously?
There's no way I would be as competitive as I am today without having her push me the whole time. I remember one time my friend introduced me as their Instagram famous friend. I was just like, I'm not Instagram famous. I'm a professional CrossFit athlete. I didn't just wake up in 2015 as a CrossFit Games athlete. I've been building to this my entire life. I'm not doing this for the likes. I work hard for me.
My story started way before that.
Before you were following.
The world is screaming.
Look at me.
Listen to me.
Validate me.
Well, that's not me.
I am sacrificing and putting in the work.
Every single day.
I am not an Instagram model.
I am much more than an influencer.
I am an athlete.
That is who I've always been.